Imagine if your entire life was controlled by one invisible circle, not a real circle, a mental one. Inside it, everything feels safe. Outside it, everything feels scary. Most people spend their whole lives inside this tiny circle. Then they wonder why nothing ever changes. But here's the strange part. You don't need courage to leave your comfort zone. In fact, there's a much easier way. And once you understand it, stepping outside becomes almost automatic. Let's see why. Your brain has one main job: keep you alive, not happy, not successful, not confident, alive. Thousands of years ago, trying something new could literally get you killed. New food, poison, unknown forest, predators, a different tribe, a danger. So your brain developed a simple rule. If it's familiar, it's probably safe. Even today, your brain treats speaking in public, starting a business, talking to strangers, almost like life-threatening situations, even though they're not. That's why your heart races before doing something new. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying to protect you. But here's the problem. The world changed. Your brain didn't. Most people believe this. I'll do it when I feel confident. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Think about riding a bicycle. Were you confident before your first ride? Of course not. You probably fell again and again. Confidence appeared only after practice. The same is true for almost everything. Confidence is not the ticket, it's the reward. And that changes everything. Here's something weird. Comfort zones don't actually stay comfortable. They shrink. So imagine avoiding phone calls because they make you nervous. Soon, ordering food becomes stressful, then talking to cashiers. Eventually, even answering messages feels difficult. Avoidance teaches your brain one dangerous lesson. This must be scary. The more you avoid, the scarier it becomes. Your world slowly gets smaller, without you even noticing. Now here's the secret. You don't leave your comfort zone by taking giant leaps. You leave it by taking ridiculously small steps. This is called gradual exposure. It's one of the most powerful psychological techniques ever studied. Instead of giving a speech to 500 people, talk to one stranger. Instead of running a marathon, walk for 5 minutes. Instead of writing a book, write one sentence. Small actions don't scare your brain. They sneak past its defenses, and that's exactly why they work. Here's one trick that successful people use. The 2-minute rule. If something feels overwhelming, shrink it until it takes only 2 minutes. Want to exercise? Put on your shoes. Want to study? Open the textbook. Want to clean your room? Pick up one shirt. That's it. Sounds too easy? Good, because easy gets started. And starting is usually the hardest part. Once you're moving, your brain wants to keep going. Psychologists call this behavioral momentum. Objects in motion stay in motion. People work the same way. Imagine two people. Alex wants to become healthier. Jordan wants the same thing. Alex said, "Tomorrow I'll work out for 2 hours." Jordan says, "I'm just going to walk to the end of my street." Guess who succeeds? Usually Jordan, because Jordan builds consistency. Alex depends on motivation. Motivation disappears. Habits remain. Tiny wins become bigger wins. And eventually, Jordan isn't just walking anymore. Jordan is running without ever forcing it. Here's an interesting experiment. Imagine you're afraid of elevators. The first ride feels terrifying. The second, still scary. The 10th, much easier. Why? Because your brain learns something important. I survived. Fear feeds on uncertainty. Experience destroys uncertainty. Every time you face a fear, you collect evidence. Evidence that you're stronger than you thought. And little by little, fear loses its power. Here's another mistake people make. They focus on results. Instead, focus on identity. Don't say, "I'm trying to become confident." Say, "I'm someone who practices courage." Don't say, "I'm trying to exercise." Say, "I'm a person who takes care of my health." Every small action becomes a vote for the person you want to become. One vote doesn't decide the election, but thousands do. Your identity is built exactly the same way. What if you improved Just 1% every day. It sounds tiny, almost meaningless. But small improvements compound, just like money earning interest. One conversation, one new skill, one uncomfortable moment, one tiny challenge, day after day, month after month, year after year. The difference becomes enormous. The biggest changes in life usually begin with the smallest decisions. The next time you feel nervous, ask yourself one simple question. Is this actually dangerous or just uncomfortable? Most of the time, it's only uncomfortable, and discomfort isn't your enemy. It's often proof that you're growing. Think about every skill you've ever learned: walking, reading, driving, swimming. All of them felt uncomfortable once. Now, you barely think about them. Today's fear can become tomorrow's routine. Here's the biggest surprise. You never truly eliminate fear. Successful people still feel nervous. Athletes, entrepreneurs, actors, speakers, they all experience fear. The difference is simple. They don't wait for fear to disappear. They move anyway. And every step makes the next one easier. That's how confidence is built. Not before action, after it. Your comfort zone isn't a prison. It's just a starting point. You don't need to make a massive change today. Just take one small step, then another, and another, because the life you want is usually waiting, just outside the place you've gotten used to. Now I have a question for you. What's one small thing you've been avoiding that you're finally ready to do? Leave your answer in the comments. You might inspire someone else to take their first step too. If you enjoyed this video and want more practical psychology, self-improvement, and mindset content explained with simple animations, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and remember, a tiny step today can completely change your future.